Hey everybody, what is up and welcome to my customs of the week. And this week we've got probably one of the best weeks I think we've had in a while. And I'm not going to cover the C3 release. I had some issues with the video footage I was getting, but I will recommend that you guys do pick up New York State of Mind by Billy Joel if you're a fan of keys. And, some simple but fun drumming and some great vocals as well. This first song is by the band Gaslight Anthem with the song 45. This song has been confirmed for Guitar Hero Live, but it's not confirmed for Rockband 4. But what a great song. This is an example of a great full band song. It's really fun on drums. It's got a lot of different beats you play. The guitar is really fun. The main riff is quite enjoyable. The guitar solos pretty heavy on the alt strumming, a little too much for my liking, and the bass isn't bad either. There's also full vocal harmonies with this song. Definitely one of my favorite songs of the week. I recommend you guys go check it out. I've actually got a video up of me playing the pro drums to this chart, so you guys can check that out if you want to see me playing the pro drums and gold storing it. Our next song of the week is Florence and the Machine. This is Ship to Wreck. This is actually off Florence and the Machine's new album, and this is probably one of my favorite songs of the week, up there with Gaslight Anthem song. This is really, really fun on drums. It's a pretty standard rock beat, but this will definitely challenge your open hi-hat skills. And then there's also a couple different fun beats on the toms and snare you'll be playing in the later part of the song. It's also got harmonies. There's a really fun guitar and bass on this song. It's a little bit on the easier side of things, and the song also does have pro keys, but there will be, segments where you're just standing around playing nothing. Let's go into our next song of the week. Our next song of the week is another Muse track that I've been wanting for a long time, but this is not really a good song on guitar, bass, or drums. Actually, the drums are sort of split up into two parts. There's like a flam section at the first half of the song, and then you'll be playing like a disco beat mixed in with the toms, which is actually quite enjoyable if you can, sit through the first half of the song. This is a great song for vocalists and people who like to sing harmonies. Really melodic, great song. It's one of the two Muse songs I'll be talking about this week. Let's go into our next song of the week. Our next song of the week is another Muse track. This is Undisclosed Desires, and it's a decent song on drums. It's got a pretty heavy disco beat with some tom hits, some heavy kick pedal beats. It's not the most fun on guitar and bass. It's a lot of standing around. It's a lot of the same thing you're playing over and over again. But I will say these Muse songs are really fun for vocalists, and they're not too bad for drummers. There's also a keyboard part too. The keys aren't necessarily that good. I'd probably put them in the same category as the guitar and bass. Let's go into our next song of the week. Our next song is one of the songs I was hoping Harmonix would release when they released their Coldplay pack, but unfortunately they didn't. This is Paradise by Coldplay, and this song is probably really good for vocalists and people who like keyboards. The drums, you're playing a lot of the same beat over and over again. On the hi-hat and snare, you've got a couple open hi-hats thrown in. The guitar and the bass, you're basically just standing around a lot of the time. There's a lot of gaps. But this is definitely a song if you're a vocalist and a keyboard player. Let's go into our next song of the week. Next song of the week is Love Rollercoaster by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This was on the Beavis and Butthead movie soundtrack back in 1996. We had the original song by the Ohio Players released by Harmonix back in 2011, I believe. And I was really disappointed we didn't see this version. And this version is actually really great on guitar and bass. Believe it or not, for a Chili Peppers song, it's not that fun on drums. It's pretty repetitive, and it's a pretty standard rock beat you'll be playing. But the guitar and bass, the bass has actually quite a few chords thrown in it, and there's actually some really tricky, funky parts like you'd expect from Flea. The guitar sort of varies between like very funky chords and a lot of single notes, which can be very difficult to play. The vocals don't have any pitches, but overall, this is definitely another great song you should be picking up this week. Let's go into our final song of the week. Our final song of the week is a song I should have highlighted last week, but I had my wisdom teeth taken out, so I didn't get a chance to play all the songs I wanted to. This is the Chicago song You Get It Up, and what a fantastic song this is. It's really fun on all instruments. The drums are pretty heavy on the ride and the snare, but there's a lot of fun little kick pedal thrown in. It's pretty heavy on the kick pedal. There are no pitched vocals. This is from Nunchucks and Genesis, so it's part of their release that they do every week or so, and there's no pitched vocals, but it's really fun on guitar. The guitar is actually pretty tricky, and even the bass is quite challenging too. This is definitely on the harder side of things, but that does it for this week's customs. Make sure you check out my Gaslight Anthem pro drum song video I have up, and if you guys want to stay up to date on all things Rock Band 4, Guitar Hero Live, and Amplitude related, be sure to click the subscribe button. Take care.